In this episode, we prepare Tranquilo to sail around the world. We go through the equipment we had installed, take her for a test sail, and learn to use the spinnaker before signing off and completing the handover.
Today we're going through a checklist to make sure that everything's all good on Tranquilo. That's Tom Barker from Windcraft.
Good morning.
He's been taking care of Tranquilo and making sure it's all ready to go in about 5 days.
We're all set. We're all set. The big days ahead, they're all under control.
That's it.
I've gone right through, and part of this is when the boats first launch. You know, you can see there's things like connecting sea cocks and fuel supplies and everything like that, checking the steering. So a lot of that Boris did when the boat first went in the water, but I've gone around and done the visual check of all of those, all the instruments and whatnot.
So item number one.
Item number one up in here, we're starting at the bow. This is the bow thruster unit. Here we have, just above the fuel tank is the control unit for the forward sonar.
I'm getting every light on.
Okay,
Oh, good idea. Remember, you've got to check the red as well.
Yeah.
There you go. So this is your multi-sensor for all your B&G instruments. It's doing your boat speed, your depth, and your water temperature. All in there. That's your charging, charging units. You've got battery service. Now, that's service battery being your house batteries, 14.2 at the moment. But because you've gone ahead and had the Victron energy monitor installed, I am absolutely reliably informed by the electricians that this is a lot more accurate. The final piece is that we've had the gas monitoring system installed, and attached to the actual valve of the gas bottle is an electronic valve which is controlled by this button here. So at the moment you won't get any gas through until you turn that on, and now that valve has allowed your gas to flow, as well as having the two sensors that have been installed in the boat. So you can see here, it's the wine cellar. So I think that's a brilliant idea, but as I said, I think there is one fundamental flaw, and that is that it's just a little bit too small, really, isn't it?
Well, it's a German boat, not a French boat.
Got all your control lines here at the base of the mast. Again, as I said, I went through and put zip ties over everything, so all the shackles are nice and neat and tight. So we'll go for a sail for the first time today. There's not going to be a huge amount of wind, but that's not a terrible thing either. It gives you a chance to sort of see how everything sort of fits and works. Bow thruster.
Yeah.
Like that, getting us right around. What I'm going to do is just use a little bit of reverse here.
So we trace the prop walk.
The prop walk goes in reverse. It does kick us that way.
Good, that's good to know. Okay, so about Port Marquez starboard, mate.
Okay, it's the first of many miles on Tranquilo. It's pretty exciting.
Good little trick, especially if you're short-handed. Okay, is just put the boat into forward. Okay, and you can do this all by one person. Right, put the boat into forward. Take a head to wind. Okay, just going to press auto on the autopilot. Okay, we can see that it's going head to wind, and then we can then start driving up with the main heli. At the moment, you can see. Remember the autopilot tile in the top corner. Okay, so at the moment it says auto. So if you want to take control, press the red standby button. Puts the autopilot into standby. That turns to S. You're in control.
Yes. Yeah, I did feel that tug straight away.
Yeah.
So this may not be, is that Croatia that we're heading for?
That's Croatia, just up there over the bow. Yeah.
So don't go too far, we haven't checked out yet of the country. Well, it's kind of tempting to just keep going.
Yeah. It is very tempting to keep on going.
Yeah. Okay, Aiden's turn.
So where do I head for?
Head for that bit of land, for Croatia.
What about the beach?
Yeah.
It's not beach yet, we don't have a lifting keel.
Oh yeah, and we don't have the tender yet.
That's a good point. So does this already have the... Okay, it's got the furler.
Furler's all attached ready to go.
Excellent.
Okay. Run that forward. We don't want these sails going up with a knot or a twist. Work from the bottom up. Okay, and this is the top furling unit. Okay, and to this we attach the halyard and put that together. Okay. Just going to hold it there for a second, that's because it's light wind. There you go. So you can see that wind's just... You can have a look if you wanted to.
So we've got 3.9 true wind speed and we are moving at 3.1. Got to be happy with that. Boris's team has been fantastic at allowing us to have a bunch of shipments come through. Quite a few boxes. Anyway, so we're going to take all this and bring it across to Tranquilo.
Thanks, buddy. Alright. Nice. And where are we going to put all of this, Phil?
Alright, these are all the boxes that we are going to try and fit on our 45-foot yacht. We're going to gradually open them up, show you a bit of the, the different sailing things that we think are useful to have, and then stack them away.
And the piece of resistance, the anchor's just come on.
Oh, yay! It's my watch!
Aiden's GPS watch so we can track him. Nestable pots and pans so they don't take up much space.
Okay, I'm quite excited about these. Are my freediving fins.
Sailing shoes. So if you guys are ever wondering about how we could afford a boat like Tranquilo, we've been saving money for a long time. We've always been of the opinion that if something's not broken, don't replace it. In fact, I spent a whole year just not buying anything, but I'll come to that in some future time. But these are replacing 12-year-old sailing shoes. Yep. So pressure cooker. Everyone recommends getting one. It saves on water as well as gas now. Both of them are a price commodity on a boat. Vacuum sealer, another great piece of advice. One of the things is we don't have a freezer on board. We thought let's just see if we can get by with just a fridge, save a bit of electricity, and then vacuum seal food to see about maintaining it for longer.
Here's our drill to go with those drill bits that we uncovered earlier. These ones are 20-litre water containers, which are going to be very handy on our cross-Atlantic trip. Fold down nice and small.
Aiden's harness.
What?
This is the harness. So Aiden's said that he's all good with going up the mast when we're going through atolls. So he'll have polarized sunglasses on. He'll go probably to the first spreader and then guide us through the atoll, the entrance to the atoll.
Obviously first aid.
This is assorted stuff that we brought from Australia. There's some really handy RYA, sea survival, weather handbook, navigation handbook. We've done this stuff in training, becoming skippers, but we really want to brush up on it all again. So these will be our Bibles.
Yay.
and crew life jackets.
Yeah. Where should I put this one?
Say what that is. I didn't even know you stowed that in
I'm
there.
going to talk about this later on in the trip. I'm probably going to start reading it
I
near
think
the Atlantic.
this man's a bad influence on Phil, so I didn't even know that he stowed that in there.
Aiden?
What is it?
Tethers. So pretty much the rule will be, once it gets over 15 knots, people will be tethered at strong points all around the boat. One end on the boat and the other end on people's life jackets. Jack stays. So these are a crucial bit of safety equipment. These we're going to rig up with Tom along the side of the boat, so that whenever crew want to go up front when it's either getting dark or when the seas are rough, then people will tether to these jack lines and be able to walk in safety up to the front of the boat. If a big waves comes over, at least they're going to be tethered to the boat. Another crucial bit of safety equipment, that's the radar reflector. You blow it up and we're going to put it up the mast so that boats with radar have a much bigger aspect into what they see of us. Critical bits of navigation are the pilots. They go into a lot of detail about not just localized weather patterns around local regulations for checking in, etc., but also pretty much goes through every harbour and marina in quite a lot of detail. And that is my harness. So we've seen Aiden's harness. This is the equivalent for myself and for Elle. Anything that happens up the mast, be it any issues with any of the lines, this is going to be critical for getting us up there to fix any problems. It's just a spare fender that, as you can see, it's a step-on fender. We've got quite high freeboard, how high the yacht is. So this will be useful for allowing people to just step off the side onto a marina. Spare anchor rod. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that delta that comes standard with the Hansa and use that as a spare. But in case we ever need it as a kedge anchor, so another anchor off the back, then this is, can't exactly remember, about 40 metres of line and about 8 metres of chain. We're going to attach that to the delta so that we can have it as a second anchor off the back. Okay, and so that's it. We are done.
Nice. Okay, well that wasn't as bad as I thought.
Good morning. First morning on Tranquilo. Woke up just, I love that gentle rocking that you wake up to and go to sleep to, and woke up just being so happy to be here on Tranquilo and thinking of the support we've had from friends and family back home, and starting to get that support from even random strangers, possibly some of you watching this video. So we're very, very grateful and very excited about what's to come and sharing that with you.
We're about to replace the delta that comes standard with the Hansa and speaking it up quite considerably with our Rockner.
Straight onto there. Okay, we can deal with it here. There we go.
Beauty. This is the famous Rockner. Yeah, looking at the size of that ain't going anywhere. Fantastic. Look at that. Now that's an anchor. So Elle's just doing a quick inspection of the rig.
Yep, just 1 second.
We're almost getting there in terms of getting the final bits and pieces sorted out. As you can see, Tom and I are working out the name and the position. What do you reckon?
I've got nothing to do with it being straight.
What do you mean? You and I both checked it 3 times.
Looking good.
TRA N L and O.
Yay!
What do you reckon?
Fantastic.
Let us know in the comment section below.
I'm about to sit down with Tom and go through the final handover checklist and tick off all the boxes, make sure that everything's done. I think everything's pretty much done.
You guys are happy. We've got the handover checklist, dealer to owner. Let's go through it, even the bits that we've ticked off.
Yep.
If you
Of
want
course,
to.
yep.
Okay, so 455 number 177 is you guys. Check if all manuals and guarantee and papers are included in the CE folder. So we've just gone through all of that, right? Tick that off. Check the fluids, the engine and other equipment. So this morning we went through and checked the oils.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. We checked the engine oil.
Fan melt.
Yeah.
What's the fourth thing you said?
And then the gearbox oil as well. Okay, so we did that.
Mostly through the checklist, everything's looking good. Just one final thing I want to do is a bit of advice that's been given to me is run the shower for about 10 minutes to make sure that there's no leaks through to the bilge. The showers have been going on for about 15 minutes, so I think we've run what we needed to do. So turn the front one off. Right, let's have a look. That looks pretty dry. It's dry. So, I've checked the lowest points. I think it's about as dry as I've ever seen on a boat. So, I think we can sign off on the handover.
Hooray.
Nicely done. Congratulations,
I was
Phil.
going to get a bit of bottle of water and pour it down just to give him grief, but I won't do that to
I
him.
don't know why you were ever concerned. Mate. It's a beautiful boat. Okay, so I'll fill in Windcraft's address in just a moment, but time for you guys to sign, and then Tranquilo is all yours. Lovely.
The anchor wasn't.
Hey, congratulations again, mate. Well done.
Thanks, mate.
Very, very
Thanks
happy
for your
for
help.
you.
Thanks, Tom.
Congratulations.
I didn't
Alright.
shake Tom's hand.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. Lots of great miles ahead of you, that's for sure.
Good stuff.
Getting the champers to celebrate that we are now the proud owners of Tranquilo.
Hey!
Hey!
Okay, let's just start. There
Ready? Okay. Ready?
Yep.
I can't believe that music. Oh.
No, do it.
Whoa!
Hey!
Third time.
Alright, here we go.
With the raising of glasses, to the sea, to the sailors before us, to Tranquilo.
The Tranquilo.
Now, Elle, as is tradition, it'd be lovely if you'd like to pour some of this champagne over Tranquilo and christen her with her name.
Right, Tranquilo.
Hey!
Absolutely, how good's that?
Well, cheers, everyone.
Cheers, guys. Congratulations.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, Aiden, cheers, mate.
One of the things I'm really looking forward to on our travels is meeting people from all over the world, as well as reconnecting with old friends. I love the diversity of everyone's life experiences and different views of the world, and I'll be capturing some of that diversity and wisdom in our videos, asking people for their advice for us on our journey. Tom, tell us a few words about yourself and some advice for us as we set sail on Tranquilo.
Sure. So, my name's Tom Barker, and I'm here as Windcraft's representative with the final commissioning and handover task of Tranquilo. So I turned up about 6 or 7 days before Phil and Elle were here in Porto-Roge, and I was here to look over the boat, do the final testing, test out all the systems of the boat, make sure that she was commissioned properly, and work with the commissioning team to make sure all those final important jobs were done and the boat was fully set up. So spent a few days doing that. And then once Phil and Elle were here, once you guys turned up, we spent 2 days as a handover process and showing you all over the boat and the systems and how it all works and how it's come together. And beyond that, 3 more days of further test sailing and a little bit of training, sharing some tips and tricks that I guess I've picked up having spent some time on the boat. And yeah, so it's been a fantastic almost 2 weeks for me here in Porto-Roge. Thank you very much for having me. And I guess in terms of advice, I mean, the obvious thing is to enjoy it. I mean, what a wonderful trip you've got. So make the most of every second. But I guess specific to the boat, just remember that, you know, if you look after the boat will look after you, and you know, take things step by step. And you know, keep it easy. Don't put pressure on yourself. Don't put pressure on the boat. And you know, treat her right. She'll take you all over the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean all the way home nice and safely.
Awesome. Tranquilo is nearly ready for us to sail around the world. Thank you, Tom, for your advice and extensive checklists, even above and beyond what Hunza required.
Even beyond the checklist that I had.
And that's saying something. Tom was fantastic at making sure that Tranquilo was ready for us to check before we arrived in Porto-Roge. So that was great.
Yeah. In our next episode, we finalise the preparations of Tranquilo post-commissioning. We install and test what I consider to be the future of electricity generation on yachts, our Watt & Sea water turbine. And we're also joined by our friends Sarah and Yogi for final celebrations before we sail around the world.
First stop, Croatia.
If you like this video, please click like and subscribe to follow our adventures.
See you in Croatia.
Yeah, see you in Croatia.
Can we sail the universe after we sail the world?
Sure, we'll try.
All right, we're working on that.